Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean. Now, since last time I fought 3 or 4 extra battles after the episode ended, and I learned Press, flattens the enemy. It's an attack. Not sure if I've ever remember her using it, but then again, when I'm playing a Star Ocean game, I usually don't pay attention to what my party members are doing, unless they're screwing up. So, anyway, with that being said, I think we have pretty much everything set up that we need. And the only thing really to look at is, why do I have a tail? How come everybody in this world has a tail? Weird. Anyway, we've reached the summit, so let's head to the summit. And there's the plant we're looking for on the right, and actually to the left there are some stairs. We could probably go down there or not. We could have a sequence first. That would work too. So you're gonna pick the only one? Isn't there a way of harvesting the healing force without having to pick the whole thing? That would be anachronistic. But apparently there is someone here. You searched half an hour ago for signs of life and then warped down half an hour later. Half an hour later. Someone wasn't thinking very clearly. Nothing we can do. Let's have them cooperate with us. Really? Really? Who the hell are you? No. No need to fear us. Then why would you say it? Ronix J. Kenny. Okay. Where did you appear from? No. No more references to that game, sorry. And this is Iria, or Iria, or whatever. I'm gonna probably say Iria, just because that's how I've always kind of pronounced it. Technically, if you want to, go Japanese, it would be Iria, but again, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna stick with what I'm happy with. If it pesters somebody, I'm sure you'll let me know. For the captain. Now, if you haven't figured out yet where they're from, I won't spoil it in the future, but what is with the Star Trek references? Why is the captain going on the away mission? Anyway. We're your friends? At least they spelled your right. Correct incarnation. Music's starting to fade away a little bit. That's not an emulator glitch, that's the scene itself. The music won't even start playing if it's glitching. Okay. Only came to get the herb, that's true. There's something better, is there? Cool, I like that plan. So you guys here to, break the Prime Directive and help us out? Yeah. Enough with the BS. Talk, talk, talk. Give me healing. I like cures. Okay. But to save you. How come I'm thinking Y2J right now? There's probably a reason for that. Why didn't you come sooner? The Underdeveloped Planet Protection Treaty. So in other words, the Prime freaking Directive. Yeah, the Star Ocean series has made no bones about it. It borrows heavily from the Star Trek idea, the Star Trek universe, and we'll see more examples of it in this game and in the other games in the series if/when I get to making LPs for them. We came from above the sky. That's such a horrible way of putting it, but I guess it would make the most sense to, people who are basically this kind of resembles Earth in what, the Middle Ages maybe? Something like that. Except for they have magic. Go figure. Decided to make an exception. Why did you make an exception? Another planet? What's a planet? Gods? Oh boy. They're not the same people. They look more human and, well, they don't have tails. Our characters have tails. Yeah, there we go. No tails. Oh, apparently they're at war with Rizonia, which doesn't sound like Klingon. Oh well. Anyway, they used a chemical weapon that caused the disease. Well, yeah, that's kind of creepy. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be music here. If there was, then it just didn't start. But the last couple of times I've played through this opening sequence, there was no music here then either. So maybe it just glitches out here a lot, or there's just no music to begin with. Seems to be it happens a lot in this game, whether it's glitch or not. There's a lot of situations that are just, scenes that are just played out in silence. And in some places it would work. This, if it wasn't so long, I think it would work. Anyway, these two came to investigate the disease. And of course, they're going to heal us with a tricorder. I mean, with stuff that we can't understand. Shifty eyes. Okay. Come with us. Come with me if you're to live. Ah, so they want to make a vaccine. You could put it that way. Well, that's the way you put it! Ah, bloody hell. Oh, well, that's kind of... Okay, you're breaking the treaty to come here, but you are enforcing the treaty by not letting us come back after if we decide to go with you. Oh, that's bad. Anyway, let's see. Dorn has nothing to lose, so it makes sense that he'll go. And he states as much. Makes sense. What about you, Millie? Ah, Radix seems to have made up his mind. Yeah, there's not really much they can do here. Of course, we could use that plant that's there and see if we can do something with that, but we're going to abandon that and go for the sci-fi premise right now. Anyway, remember the name of the town, Klados. It'll be something to remember later. Anyway, we'll leave immediately. Close your eyes for a moment. Huh? Of course, Millie has to eke out, well, an eke. Ah, music! Well, music to my ears. Millie, shut up! What was that? Where are we now? This is our ship. Okay, why, just because they have a ship, would they be gods? I don't get it. A little more advanced. Well, a lot more advanced. Eventually. Long after all of you are dead. Unless you can time travel. Nah. Anyway, let's go to the medical center. Let's see if we can heal Dorn up here. The floor's moving. Just a little earlier, the doors open by themselves. It's kind of funny that they talk about the doors opening by themselves, considering what we see later in this game, but the dialogue going automatically, so I can't control it, so... Okay, maybe some of it is and some of it isn't, who knows. Dorn Marto. Apparently. Let's hurry. And nobody touch him along the way. That's why he's kind of being surrounded by all the other characters. Anyway. This is how we give medical treatment. Okay. Guess that's a bed and sickbay with a force field around it. And the doctor has a big cross on his chest. He does not look like an advanced doctor. He looks like a doctor, you know, from the time that all of our characters came from, really. Or, like, from a Pokemon game or something. Anyway. Nothing I can do about it. Let's come all this way. Would you like to have a look around the ship? We're just going to make sure. You're already violating it! What is wrong with you guys? Bloody hell. Anyway, the captain pisses off and Iria is not happy. Anyway, let us, do I have... Iria is an NPC at this point, but let's see. Take a little more time. Let's see if we can go check out all the other areas that they have on this ship. There are a few, not a lot. As you can see, the conveyor belt, this one moves forward, this one moves backwards. You run, it goes fast. Thank you. Not fast enough, apparently. Let's go up here. Round areas on the left and right are elevator ports. Well, port is kind of a strange word. Oh well. They're basically turboless. Left one goes to the bridge, and the right one goes to a number of different floors. Up here, we have the teleporter room. Anything up to a certain size within 100,000 kilometers. What's up here? Nothing? Nothing! Now, if you caught when you transfer... Okay, maybe not. I gotta take this one first. Let's go up here. This is the holodeck! Yes, they got a holodeck! Love the holodeck. Participate, if I can get the word out. Battles, sports, and even enjoy nature. Why? Because it's awesome. And because we spend a lot of time in space. Anyway, this, as that name flashed atop the screen, is the Calmus. That's the name of the ship we're on, the Calmus. Let's pop down here and see what we got over here. What do we have here? The lounge. What sort of virtual reality you want, but pretty much everyone used it to reminisce where they grew up. Let's give it a try. Let's see here. Sure. And in doing so, we get warped to an area that looks very similar to one we've already been. However, we can't actually do anything there. Can't go down there, or up there rather. Can't go down there. There's no hidden treasure there. That's just empty. There's nothing here to do. And I don't really know why they give you the option of, you know, coming here when you can't actually move around. At least in Star Ocean. Actually, did I see something back there? No. Okay. Thought I saw a chest hidden behind the tree there. Nope, apparently not. At least in later Star Oceans, when you can go and use a holodeck to experience something, there's a purpose for it. In some cases, I think you can actually go to shops by doing that, which doesn't make any sense, but at least it works. And here we can select whether we want to go up or down. We want to go down because we were already at the top floor there. These are just random rooms. I don't even think there's any people in here. Oh, there's somebody in here. Okay. Don't skip. I didn't press the button. Okay. Astrophysics. Yay. I'm sure he's just playing Pong. I'll play Pong. It's been a long time since I played Pong. Oh, well. I'm playing Star Ocean now. Let's play Star Ocean instead. And if we go down here, the entry point. So I guess that's like the hatch or whatever to get outside. Okay, apparently that's all there is. We could have gone to the bridge, but there wasn't really much there. There's some people there to talk to, but nothing particularly interesting. Ronix just tells us to go do some other stuff. Okay, so the doctor wants to talk to us, so let's go figure it out. And we get warped back here, which is nice. Millie, her tail kind of looks like a cat's tail. I don't know why. The doctor has something to say. Well, this will be interesting. Like I said, the NPCs for the most part are kind of dull in this game, but when we get NPCs talking about the plot in a sequence that we need to do in order to continue, the dialogue becomes a little more interesting, and there's a lot more to do with it. It's not just kind of generic, There are actually NPCs in this game that talk about the weather. That's how boring this can get. That's why ignore a lot of the NPCs except for the ones that are talking about the plot. Anyway, single out the microbes causing disease. Know what the cause is. Impossible to cure. That's not helpful. If you notice there, he said modern Earth medicine. So yeah, this group of people on the ship is from Earth. Another reference back to the, back to Star Trek there. So yeah, they have enough knowledge to know that it's impossible to do. Transforms itself at tremendous speed, so no matter what vaccine we use, the effect will vanish. Well, shit. That sucks. No methods of curing it? Huh. Let's see. It's a naturally occurring virus, therefore, if we can find the first being to carry it, the original host, obtain its blood, we can create a serum. So we'd have to do that. We don't have time to look for it. Well, shit, we're screwed again. This guy's really just, hopes up, hopes down. Hopes up, hopes down. You're an asshole! Stupid doctor. The atomic structure is preserved, therefore, it would be possible to return him to normal just by using the serum, even if he's already turned to stone. Damn! Right, and some other advanced race has been using it as a weapon, so getting it from them probably won't work very well. Ah, and we finally come to terms with the name of the planet we were on, Roke. That's one thing I've always found kind of interesting. If you go to another country, they usually have a name for their country that's different from, say, the English version, or, whatever your language happens to be. We call Japan, Japan, but in Japanese, the word for Japan is Nihon. This is the same with many other places as well, especially ones that have different names. And it makes you think, it's like, well, why did we name another country that instead of just using their name? Did we come up with this, say, in the past before we had ever come into contact with them and didn't understand their language? Or what's the deal with that? So, anyway. Just more of the random bullshit that goes on in my brain. So yeah, why would they do it? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. And of course, we're all confused again. Unidentified life form detected! Unidentified life form? Let's check it out. Anyway, since we have a lot to do... Well, that's, so I guess they can't figure out what the hell these things are. Can I talk to Doran? No. Well, anyway, with that being said, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Star Ocean. Next time, we will investigate and find out what is going on over there, and then we will move on with the plot dumping. I know that's pretty much all this episode was, but they need to get a lot of stuff established now so we know what's going on. then we can get into, you know, the plot, as it were, that we actually are going to, you know, go out and do this and do that. Save the world! Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.